Hey, what's up, guys? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I think the music is a bit too loud, right? Yeah, I could lower the music a bit. Bruh, I'm weak. Funny guy. I need feedback on the music to mic ratio. I think it's good. All right, so what's up, guys? Thanks for joining. I think TraderMayne will be joining the stream in a few, I think. So we'll talk to TraderMayne as well. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some Bitcoin, where I think price is going, and I'll review my trades that I took. And yeah, pretty much we'll just see. Thick neck. Mayne is a legend. Yo, the chat is lit. The chat is lit. So I'll start like in a few minutes. And then yeah, so like once he comes in, I'll let Mayne discuss. Cause I don't think he has much time, but yeah, we're gonna take alpha from him. So if you in the chat right now, have some questions ready, cause I'm gonna try to steal all his alpha. He's been TraderMayne been trading successfully since 2017, so he's somebody that we all could learn from. Strictly price action. So yeah, Mr. Neck, who's going to short? Shit. I'm holding a short right now, but I'm pretty much like, I took most of my profits. So yeah, I think I'll just start. Let's see, where should I start? I was shorting Ethereum. I got into this short yesterday on Ethereum and Bitcoin. So yeah, we could start with Bitcoin, and then we'll discuss some other stuff. So yeah, let's start with a new. Wait, hold on. I want to start with a new chart real quick on Bitcoin. All right, so let's see. Do I have a clean chart? Oh, right here. All right, so yeah, this is a clean chart. So yeah, this definitely looks like a double top. SFP on Coinbase. I took a short here on this SFP. I talked about this SFP pattern so much in streams. So if you missed it, you want to review this SFP pattern. It's just, easy money. But something about this is like, you see, this is Coinbase, right? And we SFP'd over here, but on Bybit we didn't really SFP. You see? So this is Bybit, and you can see that we really didn't SFP over here. But I was watching Coinbase, and I took the short based on Coinbase, and yeah, we hit this. But yeah, this is price action right here that I like to discuss. Like you see this bull candle right here, over here around 44.9. You see, once we closed below that, it took the whole bullish structure away, and we even retested it on this wick. So yeah, so new resistance is around 44.9K. How many different exchanges do I track? So I mentioned this in other streams. So I'm constantly watching Coinbase 24/7 if I'm trading, and it depends what exchange I'm trading on. I'll watch that as well. I like to look at Binance because they have a lot of volume. So yeah, so all these exchanges. But yeah, I pretty much entered short on this the other day. After we wicked up here, I shorted up here around, I got the entry around 46.5. And then I took profit quick because I like to take profit fast. But pretty much I'm still holding that short position, and I'm hedged as well. So yeah, so we're hedged on Bitcoin, and we didn't take a big position, so I didn't really ape over here. But I did have some good profits on Ethereum, because when I saw Bitcoin SFP up here, I was just pretty much shorting Ethereum all day, like just scalping. Like I remember just shorting this whole range right here. I just kept shorting, and I'm still holding a short on Ethereum, but I'll talk about that later in the stream. But yeah, for now, Bitcoin, it's still bearish. Well, it depends what time frame you want to look at, but higher time frame, we want to see this bullish candle hold right here. We always talk about how I review price action. So the theory behind this is this candle over here, this 4-hour candle, it shifted structure. We broke the high over here, and now this is all we have left to hold. All right, and we have some blocks here that are going to be interesting, so I'm just going to highlight these blocks, because if we do fall below, I would say 43, then we're definitely going to pull back a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to highlight this real quick. So yeah, our time frame, we're still bearish, right? We want to see price reclaim 44.9 and 45, because yesterday, I don't know, but I did show you guys a tweet. Basically, you see this right here. So this is Coinbase right here. So there was a large buyer at 45K on Coinbase. I saw him get filled. Like, they aggressively sold into him, and when I saw that, it just gave me a little bearish bias going into the weekend and today. So I was just looking for shorts today, but yeah, I'm hedged, and I still have an open short on Ethereum, but I'm gonna discuss Ethereum later. So yeah, I watch Coinbase all day, and when I see 500 BTC on the bid side, that's a very aggressive buyer, because he's showing his orders and he doesn't really care if they sell to him. And usually it's not 500. I would say usually it goes from, you know, 100 to 150. But the fact that I saw 500 and he got filled at market, then it just gave me like a little bearish view. And then as you can see, we dropped below 45K. So you can see, like, these orders here are just market sells. People just market sold 16 Bitcoin 23, and this is all spot, by the way, no leverage, all spot. So yeah, that was something I watched. But yeah, 30-minute time frame. You can see when price was in this range right here, we spent about 3 days here, and we just broke it. So ideally, we want to see Bitcoin reclaim this level over here, but we have a lot of upside levels to get. So like, we even have an order block right here. So there's going to be a lot of resistance on the way up, and I'm going to be looking to short, to be honest. I did take some scalp longs, but I'll talk about those later on the stream. I just wanted to focus on current price action. But yeah, let me just look in the chat because I felt like I was talking too much about Bitcoin. So I see somebody ask, don't you think if we hold 40K it's still bullish? Yes, absolutely. So I think 40K is going to be important. And I remember I saw somebody subscribe. So yeah, thank you, Django, for subscribing. I appreciate you, bro. My boy. So yeah, let me see what else. What's the best area you'll play along? What's the best area you'll play along? I'll talk about that, where I'll be looking to long. Can't order book easily manipulated? Yeah, they can manipulate the order book easy. You just have to, the more you study order books and the more you see order flow, then you'll get better at catching these little manipulations. But yeah, there's nobody that masters everything completely, because even I'm wrong sometimes on the order book. But yeah, I think Mayne just hopped in. Let me see. I think Mayne is pulling up on the stream. Yo, what's good, Mayne? All right.
Man, how you doing?
We got Mayne in the building. All right, hold on. Let's see. So, can the chat hear TraderMayne?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, they can hear you. Good, good. It's good, Mayne. How you doing?
Good, bro. Just fucking kicking it. Fucking hoping BTC dies here a little bit.
Yeah. Same, bro. I wanted to nuke, bro. We're gonna get some long entries. Appreciate you joining, Mayne, because I know like it was last minute. I just was like, yo.
Good, man.
I was like, yo, Mayne is joining my stream before he even said yeah. Like, but yeah, that's dope, bro. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna have you take. Do you want to screen share at some point? And
yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
I'm down for whatever.
We could do that. So yeah, I'll just talk about this lower time frame, and then we'll see if chat has some questions for you, or we'll start the screen share first. Give your thoughts on Bitcoin, and then yeah, we could take your alpha, because that's what you're here for, bro. We want to take your alpha.
They can have it, man.
All right, cool. They said Mayne could be louder. Let me see if I lower the music, if that would help. All right, so how about now? Say something, Mayne. Can
testing.
How is that, guys?
The neck is in the way of the mic.
Yo, bro, people is clowns, bro. That's funny. But yes.
I don't think so. I mean, I have no idea.
Nah, I hear you. I think I hear you. I hear you pretty fine. So I'll just lower the music. But yeah, let me just turn up your volume. Like he said, step your volume game up. Turn it up. I can barely hear him, bro. All right, so let me just lower the music completely. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Yeah. Oh, got you. Okay. There we go. See? I'm a noob. All right, so let me just lower the music then, because...
Yeah, because the music and my audio are going to be the same audio channel. So what you'll want to do is lower the music on Spotify or whatever you're using, and then raise the bar within OBS.
There we go. Look, you made the chat.
There we go.
They're hype right now. It's like they just got a girlfriend or something. All right. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna just finish this little lower time frame, and then we'll have Mayne share his screen.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so yeah, like we said, the hour time frame broke the bullish structure once we close this candle, because you can see. All right, this is the candle that sent us up, and once we broke that, we got the close below here. That was the break of market structure and retest, and there we go. That's it. So the level to reclaim for bulls is going to be definitely 44, 45. And I want to talk about these wicks over here. So do you guys see these wicks right here? So basically, this is where that large buyer on Coinbase was getting filled, around here. So 45.2 to 45. So easy way to define whether we're going to keep nuking or not is basically, if somehow price pulls back up to here, I'm honestly going to be looking to short, because we have some trapped longs over here and easy invalidation above here. So if bulls reclaim 45.3, then we can talk about some bullish structure that we can eventually test these highs again. But until then, it's better for me to just look for more downside. And the only thing holding us now is going to be this. So this hourly candle over here is the one that's really holding price up right here. So if you look, I don't like to consider this an order block, but you can say, but I would consider it just a break of structure. So once we start closing below, what is that, 43.7, then I think it's going to be, you know, tough for the bulls, because the next area is over here, which broke the structure, which is around 40. So there's nothing really here to hold Bitcoin, unless you want to say this, I guess you can say this resistance test, support flip. So we could just draw a level here. So 42.3, we can have a level. This is just a new chart, and just to give me a fresh bias. I have other charts that I will review later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then right now, I'm gonna see if I could screen share with Mayne so he could talk to you guys, and we'll just listen up to Mayne. Let's see.
All right, let's make sure I don't dox myself here.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna hide the window until you're done.
Yeah, so let me see if I go present now, a window, this one. All right, I think we are Gucci.
All right, let me know, because once I click over, that's it, bro.
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good.
You docs for life, even though they already saw that.
Forever.
All right, so we're gonna switch over. All right, cool. How does this look? Let me get the.
All right, what up, chat?
Chat.
So I'm thinking very similar. I was watching the stream obviously before I came on here, so I was thinking kind of very similarly, kind of thoughts wise. So what I'll do for you guys real quick, I'll give you kind of like a very high level top down analysis on Bitcoin right now. And then I'm going to give you guys just kind of, you know, my thoughts on why we're definitely coming up into an area that you want to pay attention. What we do not want to do right now is get complacent, because this could end up being some big kind of complacency shoulder, which would suck ass if we, you know, made a new low. But hopefully it's not. But I always like to kind of prepare for, you know, the worst. And hope for the best. It's the same way that I approach all of my trades, right? You want to know what your risk is going in. If you go into a trade saying, okay, if I'm right, I'm going to make $5,000, that's the wrong mindset, right? You need to go into the trade and say, okay, what happens if I'm wrong? What's the worst case scenario? Okay, my risk is 1,000. Okay, and what's my reward? 5,000. Okay, that's a good bet. That's a bet I want to take. So I try and have that mindset when I look at the charts, when I enter trades. I focus on a risk first kind of mindset, and that's the same for what we're dealing with right here. You know, what is the relative upside versus the potential downside here on Bitcoin. As much as this looks awesome and we're all hyped and price is pumping and the bull market is resuming, we're up 60% off the low in the last 3 weeks, right? We've got a lot of like strong bullish momentum. Things look great, but you do have to realize, you know, this can just as easily. Let me know if my pen shows up on here. Does it?
Actually, I don't
think
so.
it's going to. Okay, I'll have to use the TradingView pen. We can just as easily turn around from here. So what I would suggest a lot of you guys do is go back to previous bull runs, right? 2013, 2017, and look at what happened in the bear markets in terms of rallies. If you were around, you should remember the sentiment, what it was like on Twitter when we had these big bear market rallies where every single rally was sending us back to, you know, 20K and beyond. So, you know, we had a big dump here, rallied, everyone thought we were going back to 20K, dumped again. And what you'll find is most of these rallies end up capping out at around the same place, right around that kind of anywhere from the 50% fib to the 7.9. And it's over and over and over again. And it's really hard in the moment to realize that we might be making a lower high, right? Like during this rally, if you were around on Twitter, like we all thought price was going to go back, right? But then what did it do? It came back, it retested the point of origin of the breakdown, and then it made a lower low. Rallied really hard, came back just shy of the point of origin there, made a lower low. Same thing. And some of these rallies were huge. This is a 100% move in a bear market. This is a 50% or 55% move in a bear market. So I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm obviously all on board for the double bubble, crazy super cycle, you know, fiesta. Like I want that. Who doesn't? We all want to get super rich. But what I am saying is just based on kind of the level of, you know, euphoria that we're seeing on the feed, the fact that we're seeing altcoins versus Bitcoin rallying along with Bitcoin. These are generally things that I don't think are necessarily super bullish for Bitcoin when it's approaching high time frame resistance. Oftentimes, when Bitcoin is going to rally really hard, alts versus BTC will suffer, right? So if Bitcoin gets above like 50K, I expect it to kind of suck the liquidity out of the market and alt BTCs to suffer. Alt USD pairs will rally with Bitcoin. But what you want to be careful is if Bitcoin's distributing here, a common thing that happens when Bitcoin distributes, if you remember back in April and May of just a few months ago, is alts rally really hard. And we're starting to see a lot of alts start to rally pretty hard while Bitcoin approaches high time frame resistance. So it's just something to be aware of. I'm not saying target zero or anything like that, but it is definitely time to pay attention. I don't think there was any super, reason to short between the range high here until where we kind of are now. So the levels that I'm watching on the high time frame, if you pull your fib from the very top of the move to the lowest low, that's the midpoint of this entire range here.
Wow.
So that's an area of interest to me. And then if you pull a fib from the price swing that we just put in, so from this swing high to that low, we're also going to be seeing that we're right into the midpoint. We're actually closing below right now. And what's confluent with what we're looking at here in terms of fibs is this is the point of origin of the entire breakdown, right? This is your bearish order block. I know it's huge. It is the weekly chart, but it just means that this is an area where you need to pay attention. In my opinion, if Bitcoin gets back above here, there's no reason we don't go way fucking higher. So if you're going to hedge your bets, let's say you bought a bunch of Bitcoin here, to me, it would behoove you to hedge or at least take some profits after a 60% plus move up into high time frame resistance where we could form a lower high, because you can always buy back. And I think that's the problem people have is they're always like, okay, well, I've got to hold. I can't sell. The last thing you want to do is buy Bitcoin at 30K, have it come up here and you don't take any profit. It does this. Even if it's going to put in a higher low, you're going to freak the fuck out if this happens and probably capitulate anyways. Mm-hmm. So this is definitely an area from where we are right now, right up to here, where absolutely I'm looking to lock in and realize some profits. And I'm looking for reasons to potentially get into swing shorts. I think the ideal situation for the bulls is some sort of higher low forms. Whether we go higher to here from here or it happens right here, then we put in a higher low and then we get continuation. I think that's the ideal situation for the bulls. I don't think you want to see us just go like this, because then I think there's a better chance that the sell-off is aggressive, right? If you have a really strong rally up, usually leads to a pretty aggressive and sharp sell-off. I think we want to see a higher low get put in at some point if we're bullish. But regardless of what's going to happen, I do think we're going to see some sort of midterm top here. Whether that midterm top leads to a lower low or a higher low is yet to be seen. But this, to me, I know it's a big price range and people are going to be like, oh my God, like you're talking about like a $4,000 price range. This is the weekly chart. Doesn't mean you have to have your stop up here and short here. It just means this is an area where I would be looking for reasons to short, right? These are key high time frame levels where you want to pay attention to. So that's what I always talk to you guys about in my streams, right? The whole point of TA is to find levels where you want to do business. And then you do nothing until they get there. And then once it gets to a level of interest for you, now you pay attention. And now you go and look on the lower time frame for your trade triggers and things like that. So just something, a word of caution. I'm not selling all my Bitcoin by any means, but this is definitely time to pay attention. This is 1, 2, 3. We're working on our 4th green weekly candle in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though we were in a bull run, we still had a pullback, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 pullback. So would not be surprised if we see some sort of shakeout or correction in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Wouldn't surprise me at all. One other thing I'm looking for looking at on the weekly here is this is what I would call a fair value gap. I don't know if you use gaps there, Ninja, but effectively what this shows is from this candle low to this candle high, there was only downward price action, right? Because there was no up move at all. Like if there was a wick up here, the fair value gap would be smaller, but there isn't. So this is kind of what I learned from ICT. He calls it a fair value gap. And generally these can act as areas of resistance, areas where price might reverse, because generally these happen when price have a really aggressive move and it leaves a gap in the market, like a breakaway gap. Any types of gaps you use, they like to get filled, right? So this is now, we've just touched into that gap there. And it's also lining up kind of with the bottom of the order block. So if you zoom in, the reason I ended up shorting yesterday was I saw us coming up into this gap. We just tagged it. We also were tagging this 12-hour order block here. I really like taking shorts on the first test of high time frame order blocks or longs. Because generally that first test, even if it's not going to give you like the full-on breakdown reaction, you will get some sort of reaction from it. Like you can see here, the first test of that level gave you a nice reaction. And then the second test might give you the one you want. But you generally, right here, there's your first test of a 12-hour order block. You got to pump. It ended up coming back and retesting it. But that first touch oftentimes will give you a setup. And that's what you see right here. So if you add another level here, you've got this order block. So you could put your level there. And you can see we wicked right into it. And we rejected. So we're rejecting right at this level. We're putting in a bunch of swing failure patterns. And if you zoom in, right, what do you have here? To me, this looks like something I want to short, right? If I see this kind of price action up into a high time frame level that I'm looking to short into, this is bread and butter, right? So what are you waiting for, guys, right? You wait for that confirmation. So failure to close above the key level. Here's the SFP. There's your break in market structure right there. That's your sell, right? And now we've legged down. And so now what we're looking for is just continued breaks in market structure. As long as price continues to show us that it wants to trade lower, we're going to keep holding this short. We could trail our stops down to previous highs if we want to. But I want to see this thing actually open up here and accelerate. So right now we're sitting on top of the weekly open. So if we lose the weekly open, I think that's going to be the trigger for a larger sell-off. And you can see, right, there's Monday's high. So oftentimes your levels are going to end up being confluent with these kind of opens, closes, because these things happen around key levels. So we had our key order block, our fair value gap, and boom, there's Monday's high. Rejection at Monday's high. Where was our sell? It was on the break of market structure there. Where's your second sell? Another breakdown, retest the daily open, stop up there. It's another easy sell. You're already at almost 2R just to here. So once you start finding the areas that you need to pay attention to, which is kind of what I was showing you at the start, then it's about going on to the low time frame and learning how to actually get in the trades. Because that's what's hard for some people. It's easy to like mark up charts and be like, oh, look, this is support, this is resistance. What is an actual entry trigger? Like that's what you guys need to know, right? And I show you guys those in my videos all the time. I know Ninja does as well. And for me, my entry triggers are all based off of PA, right? I want to find my area of interest. We got that here. What is my entry trigger? Well, we have failure to accept above the level, break in market structure, return to a bearish order block, your OTE, all that fun stuff. Stop up there. That's an easy short all day for me. So right now, I'm just watching this. I want to see essentially this happen. This is kind of, I kind of want to see this lose the weekly open, and I want to see accelerate.
Oh,
and
that's
I'd
the
be
weekly open
profit.
too?
Yeah, this is the weekly open right
crazy.
here.
It's
so,
right near that hour.
Yeah, right,
break.
Right near that hourly order block. And then I want to close this trade near the monthly open. I think that'd be sick. I don't know if it will get there, but if it gets below the weekly open, right, I'd be pretty confident. And then if we rally back above Monday's low, what do? We long it into Monday's high, right? So we're just playing this level to level. When you become a trader who focuses just on levels, as opposed to trying to be like, are we in a bull run? Are we in a bear market? Whatever. It becomes way easier because I don't care. I just need volatility. So we have a 12-hour breaker right here. So this is an up candle that caused a down move. We rallied through it. Look where that lines up. So if we go back to the hourly, that lines right up with the setup I was talking about.
Alpha, guys. Confluence.
For the sell.
Tell them.
Tons of confluence, right? Below the weekly open, trade into the monthly open, back above Monday's low, into this 12-hour order block. That is a long with a stop there. So I'm essentially shorting to longing, and then you target back to Monday's high. So all you need is key areas of interest to look for your setups. And generally, when you get better at reading price action and doing TA, what you'll see is all of those key levels you look for, they're going to be confluent with things like the weekly open, the monthly open, range highs of daily candles and things like that. That's very common because that's how price moves, right? It's going to move around these high time frame closes. So I think this indicator by Spaceman BTC, shout out to him. He's always DMing me to shout out his indicator. Shout out to him. I use this one a lot. It's really clutch. He's on Twitter.
Spaceman. That's my boy. I'll put
this thing is, tell him I shouted him out on this one because he's always asking me to. This thing is awesome because I normally, before this indicator, I would manually go in and put in Monday's range. I would put in monthly open, and this just does it for you, and it's really fucking clean. This is all you need. If you don't want to do your own TA, frame all of your trades around these levels here, and you will find multiple setups every single week. But it's just a matter of, knowing where to look for the setups, and then when it comes, actually knowing how to get involved. And so I think like this short setup here that I just showed you guys, this is like a TraderMayne 101 kind of short, where it's like a return to origin. We've got our high time frame order block where we're looking for the setup, we're zooming in, and we're getting in on the low time frame. So this is a great setup to study, and this is the type of price action at high time frame resistance that I short into all the time. And the reverse is true on the bull side, right? Like if you go like down here or something, like this is very similar, but like the inverse. This right here, for example, is effectively the inverse of where we're at right now in terms of the type of PA. Rounding off a little bit, lots of rejection wicks. You wait for that break in market structure and you get in. It's exactly kind of what's happened here. Lots of rejections at the lows, clearly wants to go higher. There's your break in market structure. You're now longing dips. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Like I think I gave you kind of like a quick high time frame outlook. I'll go right back to the 12-hour real quick here, just to kind of say, okay, we are into resistance here.
So Mayne gave you guys, Mayne gave you guys so much alpha, but he didn't really like specify what he's doing. He just basically did it in a non-noob way. But if you watch the replay, I'm pretty sure you would understand. Like he gave fib levels, weekly opens, daily opens, like stuff like that. Because there's a lot of noobs, Mayne. But you'll understand eventually what he's referring to. But yeah,
The
continue.
thing is, guys, is it's repetition. You need to watch a bunch of these streams, watch Ninja's past streams, go watch my old streams, watch Cred's videos, and then just get your hands dirty in the chart. I think a lot of people, what they do is they spend way too much time like trying to learn. And there's nothing wrong with trying to learn and watching videos and stuff, but eventually you have to get in the chart and fucking fuck around. Like you
For
have to
sure.
get in there, mark levels, use the replay tool. This thing is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, okay, I think this is a key level. If it breaks down and reclaims, I would long here and then press play and see if it happens, right?
Yep.
Like the most basic thing that I did when I started is I just wanted to learn how to find support and resistance. So I'd go on the high time frame, I'd mark support and resistance, and then I would just wait for price to get to the level, and then I'd zoom in and I'd just watch. I'm like, okay, what's going on at this level? Is it actually a good level? And if it just nukes through your level, then be like, okay, maybe this isn't a good level.
Yep.
I'm gonna zoom out and try and figure out, you know, what went wrong, stuff like that. So that's what I'd suggest. So real quick here on the 12-hour, I'll just say this is kind of we just broke this low, right? So that's not ideal for the bulls, but I like this swing low here. That's confluent with this breaker, which is also confluent with Monday's low.
Yeah.
So if we sweep into this low and then reclaim, I think that's a long.
Mm-hmm. And there's like even an order block right below that. You see it?
Yeah, there's an H12 and there's like a little H11 in here as well.
And right under that.
Yeah, and if we get some sort of run above these highs, guys, and break back down, short it again, right? I think it's pretty straightforward right here. This is a game of sweeps right now. And you can see every time we run a low and then reclaim, we get a rally, right? Run a high, dump off, run a low, dump off. So it's been a very strong trend without a really strong correction. I mean, this was kind of a strong correction, but I wouldn't be surprised if we, you know, pull back here and then give one more go before a bigger dump, or even from here, we get kind of a bigger dump and then return. But ideal situation for the bulls is this just become wherever we go from here is a higher low, and then we leg up again and then another higher low. That's the dream. But this would be kind of my key area right here, right around the 50K range. If we get above 50K, I'm pretty sure we go a lot higher, but we can go high, a lot higher than you think, right? And still die. And I think that's something people seem to forget. Like this can rally all the way up near all-time high again and then dump off. Like, is this 2017 here? Yeah. So like, look at this rally. This was the kind of complacency shoulder in 2017, right? So we came all the way to the 0.75. So if you're looking at Bitcoin now, so if we take from the absolute peak to the low on the current rally, that means Bitcoin could come as high as, and we're just using the FIBS to kind of get like a like measurement. It could come as high as 54K. That would be the equivalent of the 20K top and then the 17K lower high.
Elite
like
analysis right here.
That would be crazy, but it's definitely possible, right? So just be careful.
Patterns.
Yeah. Price is fractal, right? I know people are like, oh, fractals are stupid, blah, 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 blah. I'm not like Kaleo or Kaleo, who I love, by the way, who like literally will take an old price swing and like print it over and it works like crazy for him. That's not how I kind of use fractals. I'm more of the mindset like patterns repeat in price action. And if you get really good at pattern recognition, you're going to see the same shit play over and over again. You look at Ninja just the other day, he posted that short where they had the long fat finger wick, right?
Oh, yeah,
and he knows, he's like, that gets filled.
Don't tell people, that's my edge right there.
Yeah, you posted on Twitter, that's public. But he knows that is going to get filled. Why? Because he's seen it literally 1,000 times. 1,000 times. And so every time he sees it, it's like muscle memory, right? It's like being an athlete. You know, you're like, okay, I take my fucking, like my step back dribble to the right. The defender does this. I shoot the shot. It's like automatic. And that's how you will feel in your trading once you get the reps in.
Yeah, pattern recognition is the real edge in trading. A lot of people don't know that, but that's the true edge.
So there, hopefully that was some alpha for y'all.
That was more than enough alpha. So I guess like, on the replay, I will try to give them notes, like the terms, because I'm pretty sure it went over a lot of people's head that really don't have a good understanding of price action basics. But yeah, so thank you for that outlook. I'm not gonna lie, you even helped me because I don't really look at that higher time frame. And I'm gonna switch back to my screen, but you could keep your screen share open because if we want to go back to it, all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So this is something that you showed me that I didn't even realize because I don't even look at the weekly time frame. So like, shit, I have so many charts. Hold on, let's see something. All right, you see, I have like OCD where I don't want to delete a chart because like I feel like I have a bottom entry on every chart somewhere, like right here. So if I delete it, I'll probably never get that. But this right here, this is just, all right, see, these are my fib lows. All right, let me just get a clean chart, and then I will basically wait. So you're watching the stream through the Twitch, right, Mayne?
Yeah,
So,
I can see your stream.
So there's like a lag, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. But all right, so let's do this chart. Shit. All right, this one right here. F it. So what I noticed on mainstream is like this right here, the breaker. I think you mentioned that. We just like are closing below it. So if we close below this right here, to me that's easy short with invalidation. Cause like it's, what is it? It's Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to try to rally and close above this weekly level.
You want to see something cool? Take a fib from the high before the dump to the low, to the initial low of the dump candle.
The high before the dump. All right. So
yeah, so
this
like
one.
that. Yeah, from that red candle. No, not that one. The one like 1 candle before the dump. No, 1 candle before the dump.
This one.
Yeah, that one. So take a fib from there to the low that it makes after the second big dump candle.
This.
And then look at the mid-range there. So see where the mid-range is, how we're closing below it.
Ah.
Now go down to like the H4. So if you look, if you guys like, you know, how Trader SZ trades, right? And you're like, oh, it's all about what we're printing right now. If we close below, that's a classic SZ deviation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's your deviation above the mid-range. We're back below. So if we start putting in some bearish market structure, where's your risk? Your risk is the deviation, and you target back to the, you know, maybe the quarterly point, right? The 25. But if we get back above that mid-range, then we're balling again, right? So it's all, there's so many different ways to skin the cat in trading, right? And you just need to find a way that you are comfortable in terms of finding key levels. And then once you have those key levels, then you zoom in and you look for the trades and you find your, you know, your setups or whatever. But without knowing where to look, you're kind of like shooting in the dark. And I think that's something a lot of people miss in trading, is they're like, how do I know? I can go find an order block. Why'd this order block not work? It's like, well, context is everything. Where did the order block form? Where did the bearish PA form? Okay, we're at a high time frame range level and we're deviating above it and back below. Okay, now I have some context, right?
Wow, that's interesting. This is alpha for me as well, because if you see before that level, right, it was like acting as some type of, you know, there was some people interested in that mid level that you talked about.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this most recent H4 candle. It wicked it, and now it's closing ugly as shit.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah, I see. Interesting. See, this is like, see, I don't really look at this type of stuff, but I understand it. But bigger picture, like this is very good. It gives you like more clarity on your positions. Like if you would short here, then you have easy invalidations to the upside. But that's interesting. See, I gotta start using fib levels more, to be honest.
Fib levels can be nasty.
Yeah. So yeah,
take over
real quick. I got a phone call.
Okay,
that's
tell
like,
your mom I'm gonna be late for dinner.
It's my bike, bro. My bike got a flat. So yeah, take over. And y'all ask Mayne some questions, all right? Take some alpha from him because I need some alpha. I'll be back in like a few minutes.
I've got the chat up, guys. Do you guys got any questions or anything like that? And I'm more than happy to answer. Great, Alpha Mayne. One thing I would like you to explain a little deeper is how a fair value gap works. So a fair value gap essentially is like a breakaway gap. It's an area where there's only been one direction of price action. And generally what price likes to do is it likes to come in and fill in some of that gap. So a perfect example of that is right here. This would be a fair value gap because within this wick and that wick there's only been downward price action, right? Right through there. So that's inefficient. And what you'll see is price will oftentimes come back and it will tag the gap. So instead of coming back and tagging the bearish order block, it filled in some of the gap and then it continued to sell off. So it can be used as an area of potential support or resistance, or an area where price might reverse, especially during really strong moves. You will see, here's another example right here. From that low to that high, that's a gap. We come up, we fill the gap in, and then we sell off further. And if you draw that gap out in time, it also was the top here. So if you want an in-depth explanation of fair value gaps, go watch ICT's YouTube videos. He has free ones where he explains it. But that's kind of how it works. It usually happens in really strong trending moves. So when price moves away aggressively from a level, here's another fair value gap right here. So that's only downward price action. You can see we trade away, we come back up, fill the gap, and then we sell off. So super common, something I use in my trading as an area of interest where I might be looking for price. And that's what you saw here, right? We had a super strong dump. It left a gap. So it's not surprising that we came in and filled some of that gap. Show my trade history. Okay. How old are you? I'm 31. Where's the cam, Sloot? Give us some neck. I don't have access to the cam right now. Sorry, boys. Love you, Mayne. Love you too, Neon. Dude, you stream? Yeah, I stream every Sunday. I've been streaming every Sunday going into the weekly close for literally a year straight at this point. So it's called Ethereum and Chill. It's on my YouTube channel, TraderMayne, and obviously I posted on my Twitter as well. I'm not wearing a beanie right now. I will be streaming on Sunday. Sunday. My win rate is like 30%. It will get better. So the thing is if you're aiming for a 2-to-1, you only need to win 33% of your trades to break even. So you're almost there. Do you have fib levels you like to bid as well? Well, it works the exact same, right? If you pull from a high to a low, right? This would be a bearish fib pull. This is your area of interest, right? And if you pull from a low to a high, it would be a bullish fib pull. It's the exact same thing. This would be your area of interest here, right? And all that's showing is there's your range low or high. There's your range low. Where do you want to long? In the lower part of the range. How much of an edge does TPO volume profile analysis give you? I don't know. It's not something I use. Yo, Mayne, Coinbase dropped USDC. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that will be absorbed by the market bearishly or not. Neck training routine, lots of deadlifts. What's the best buying range for Ethereum to short? I think that's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? Buying range for ETH to short. But this is what I'm looking at on Ethereum, right? Strong resistance here. We've got a bearish rejection block here. There's like a rejection, right? Because we have our high time frame order block here. We ran above this high, but now we've broken back below. So I would like to buy F back here around 2,700. I think is a good level. Actually, I really like this level right here. Right there. You can see there above, dumps, breaks back below, dumps.
Sorry about
breaks
that.
Back below, dumps, reclaim, big push up. So on Ethereum, I like this to potentially pull back because we hit this order block here. We're seeing some kind of rejection like PA here. So I would love to buy F back at like 2,700 if possible. I don't know if we'll get there. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for on F. And like you guys just mentioned, Coinbase just dropped USDC. That might be bearish, right? I don't know. We'll see how the market absorbs it. So far, the market has absorbed
as we're speaking. Sorry to cut you off. There's like a 200 Bitcoin buy wall right now that's about to get tested on Coinbase.
There you go. So I mean, a lot of people have been commenting on, you know, how the market's gone up and we've had a lot of negative FUD. So who knows, right? If FUD starts coming in a resistance and we reject, not obviously a good idea. What tools do you mostly use for trading setups? 99% of what I do is exactly what I'm showing you. 100% price action. Mayne, are you going to do an NFT of your neck? I don't know. Do you want to make one and will you buy it for 100 Ethereum?
Yo, people are trolling. Sure. All right, so there was some new people that are on Twitch that don't know TraderMayne. So I'm going to link his info again. So yeah, that's TraderMayne. Kind of a big deal, right? Tell him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the godfather of PA on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. I've been on Twitter since 2014, guys. I lost a lot of money in that kind of first 2014 bull run, and then I did very well for myself in the 2017 bull run. I actually learned how to trade in Forex. So that's where I learned how to trade. I traded Forex after I lost all my money in crypto. I wanted to learn how to trade. I went to Forex, and then I came and took what I learned in Forex and started doing it in crypto. So I have a Discord that's completely free. I got a YouTube channel. I got a Twitch where I do streams. I share this kind of stuff. If this is what you like, come and hang out. And yeah, we're going to take over the YouTube, Twitter, crypto game, man.
That's his YouTube, by the way. And go subscribe to him, like his videos. He's doing like some new altcoin series as well.
Yeah, I'm doing an altcoin series to help people not get wrecked on alts, because generally the way that you lose the most money in a bear market or a downtrend or just any kind of crypto trading is either in leverage trading or in altcoins, because altcoins are effectively leveraged instruments and people still trade them with leverage because they're insane. But it's literally just some very basic lessons that I think people don't understand about altcoins, how they move in cycles, how to use the alt BTC pairs. So if you're into that stuff, yeah, definitely give me a follow. Discord is free as well. Lots of good information in there.
Definitely. Yes. All right. So let me show these guys what I'm talking about with the trading. Like, there's like a guy sitting on a 200 buy wall right now. All right, I think you guys see that. All right, so right here, you guys see that 190. He got filled for 20 so far. So yeah, let's see. These are some buyers coming in. Interesting. So this shows us right now, Mayne, that they're trying to protect the uptrend on that level that we spoke about earlier. The what is it? The weekly low.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying. There's a 500 BTC clip on Coinbase right now, trying to hold that level. So it's going to be interesting.
Do you have crayons on one of your?
Yeah, I do.
Templates? So if you pull up crayons and like FVZO and shit, like we are starting to get a little bit. Like you can see right there on the 1 hour, you got a blue candle. Like we are starting to get
autistic one right here. Hold on.
Yeah. Do you have the obvious shit. Yeah, this is the autistic one. This is the one I like. So if you go to the 4 hour on this, we are starting to kind of get to the bottom of some of these kind of higher time frame oscillators. But what people don't, the danger with this thing is like the 4 hour kind of looks like it's bottoming and rounding off. Price can drop another $3,000 before the 4 hour. Like, dude, that's the problem with like RSI and shit like that. People be like, oh, the RSI is oversold. I was like, bro, the RSI was overbought at like 30K Bitcoin, and then it went to 60, and then it turned around.
You can see it right here. The oscillators were overbought. I think there's a lag. Overbought here. We went up slowly. Oh, but there's, you can see like a divergence on these. Even right here. What is this one up here? So
that looks like
Fisher, there's a divergence. You see
Yeah.
it? All
But
right.
we're breaking below the trend heuristic. I
Yeah.
actually really like the heuristic
Yeah, me too.
thing.
It's like optimized. It's like an optimized like
I mean, in
EMA, whatever it
silico, it's
is.
such a prick, but I mean, he makes
He makes good
sick
tools
fucking indicators.
for sure, bro. So yeah, we can see they're trying to protect this level hard right now. I think Mayne is on stream psyoping us. He's trying to make you short into his bids right here.
No,
You
no,
gotta
send it to the monthly open. What are you talking about? I don't even use Coinbase.
Word. But yeah, so um I was gone, but did they ask you questions? Because I think I have some questions.
Yeah. We were hitting the chat for a little bit. I got to some of them, but go ahead.
All right, so first I would like to ask you like so I've been around crypto since 2017, 2018, and I saw you as well. You was like one of the very few that was like publicly posting positions and not scared of like showing your positions, like your bias. So
Yeah.
I always followed you, and I don't follow a lot of people, but I always stuck to following because like you were transparent. So like, how long did it take you to become like profitable, and where you was like, all right, now I could probably quit the other bullshit I'm doing and focus on trading and actually, it's providing you for a living. Like how many years did it take you?
So I initially quit my job in 2013, 14 because I had basically bought in kind of right before the bull run. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I was 23 at the time, and I put in like 10 grand, and it had become like over 100. And so I thought I was like a god, you know what I mean? So I quit my job at the bank. I told my parents, I was like, yo, I'm a fucking trader now.
Word.
And then I did really well for a little bit. And then the market topped and it started rolling over, but I didn't know anything. I didn't know you could short. I didn't know. And I mean, back then it was different. You couldn't like there was no tether, right?
You're talking
like
about,
you had
what year was this?
2013, 2014.
Damn,
right?
Bruh.
So like
you was around for a long time.
Yeah. So all that money that I'd made, once the market turned, I basically gave it all back because I didn't know anything. I didn't know I could sell altcoins back to Bitcoin. I didn't know I could hedge. I didn't know shit. So I ended up losing all of the money that I had made basically, and then some, because I, continued to try and hammer and buy the dip because I was like, oh, what do you mean? It can't go down forever. Actually, yeah, it can. So I lost it all in like 2014, 2015. And then I decided to learn how to trade in Forex because I was like, there's got to be a like method to the madness. And I was kind of salty about crypto. So I didn't focus on crypto. So I spent a solid, I would say 2 years really kind of honing my skills in Forex. And that's about how long it took me to consistently carve out money every single week, every single month from the market, about 18 to 24 months. After 2 years, like once we got to 2017, I was consistently making money in Forex. And then I got back into crypto, but I didn't quit my job right away. And I think a lot of problems people have is they always want to be like, I want to trade full time. Like I don't want to work. I want to trade for a living. I don't think people realize A, how stressful it is. B, how much money you need to be able to do it. And C, how good you have to be able to do it. Because most people in crypto, as we know, right? Did you do a 20x in the last year? Because if not, you should have just bought Bitcoin and held. You would have outperformed, right? Sure. And most people won't do that, which is, I understand it. It's the gambler's feeling. You want to win. You want to make money faster. You want to use leverage, whatever. But like you have to do the math in your head. I think for most people, my advice would be I didn't quit to trade full time until only about a year ago. I could have quit earlier, but I ran my own business. So it's kind of a little bit different. I might not be the best example. But I was making enough money to trade full time after 3 years. But you have to do the math in your head. What are your living expenses? How much money do you need every month to not just like afford rent, but also some savings and whatever else, leisure, entertainment? How much is that number? Let's say it's $5,000. Okay, well, how big does your account have to be for you to be able to pull out $5,000 every month without eating into your account? Because what you don't want to do is have to be eating into your trading capital to live. You want to have enough money set aside to pay your shit and then be able to use that trading capital, because you want to compound that capital. You don't want your account to stay at 50 grand. You want it to become 100 and 150 grand. And what you don't want to do is be like, fuck, I got to make some money because I got a bunch of bills due. Because then you're going to go and chase trades. You're going to take trades you shouldn't. You're going to do dumb shit. So I would say before you even consider going full time, make sure you have a lot of money set to the side and a decent trading account. Like I'm talking like 50 grand, maybe even more, right? Because if you're got a 50 grand account, you got to pull out 10% just to make 5 grand a month.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's 10% sounds like not a lot. That's hard, especially consistently. You might do 10% one month, but then you do negative 15 the next month. You're fucked, right? So it's more than you think. And I also think people don't realize, like, you do not need to, you can work. The best way to grow your trading account is to have a job. Because if you're trading profitably and working, you're going to stack cash. You don't need to work full time, maybe have a part-time gig. But you can trade the higher time frame, zoom out, trade the daily, trade the 12-hour, trade the H4. There's only 2 H4 candles in an 8-hour workday. So when people tell me they're like, I work a 9 to 5, I can't trade, I'm like, that's bullshit. You just want to scalp and be on the computer all day. Exactly. Zoom out, right? Zoom out. It works the same. It might take a little longer for your setups to work out, but who cares? You can do both. But yeah, I would say about two years to get kind of profitable. After 3 years, I like knew exactly what I was fucking doing. Like when I open the chart, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I want to see when I'm in a trade. If something's not working out, I know why to cut it. I mean, you still make mistakes. That's part of life. But yeah, I'd say 2 to 3 years before I really knew what I was doing.
That's good. Like you gave great alpha advice to a lot of people. And I think for me to add on to that is like, basically, if you want to become a full-time trader, a few things you want to take care of first is like the money you have in your account, you don't want to be emotionally attached to it, because once you're emotionally attached to that money, then it's going to affect your decision making. So like if you have 20K in your trading account, you got to be okay with losing like 1-2%, and it can't affect your real life. Like for example, if you have 20K and you lose 10%, that's 2K. So if losing that 2K is going to like emotionally affect you and hurt your real life expenses, then you definitely have to lower your risk. And one of the best things to do is like just make sure you have like 6 months to a year. That's what I did. I know a lot of people like to have 3 years, but if you're gonna dedicate yourself, I would say a solid 6 to 8 months of expenses, and just like you have to go hard. You got to work extremely hard to become like a profitable trader. Like you have to start, journaling your trades. Like you have to live this trading shit is what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure Mayne, just from hearing his explanation.
Like, people think they're like, oh, they see all. It sucks, man. A lot of the guys who you see on Twitter who are like flexing hella hard, right? And you're like, oh my God, those guys aren't traders. Okay. Those guys bought into crypto really early and made a shit ton of fucking money, and they're just chilling. And yeah, they take some trades, but they're taking trades where they put them out huge amounts of risk, but they have so much money, it kind of doesn't really matter anymore. Like if you want to be like a trader, like Ninja, like, Salsa, like some of these guys that you see that are grinding, these guys are putting in hundreds of hours of chart time. I think you would admit you're working harder now than you did at your job.
Of course.
Right? Because at least at your job, when 5 o'clock hit or whatever time you got off, you're done. You go home, you play Xbox, you're chilling. Right? Like I love Rookie. Rookie is my homie. But like Rookie bought Ethereum at like $7. Wow. Right? Like, you know what I mean? So like when you have that kind of flow and money, all you need to do is make a couple of good trades and you make yearly salaries like it's nothing. Mm-hmm. Right? Whereas like the guys who are like, I'm not saying Rookie is not a trader. Rookie is a trader and he made money trading. But I mean guys who are like grinding like daily. You see guys like Ninja. You see guys like Salsa. I mean, there's so many of them on Twitter. Abe Trade, KR Trades. These guys are like what I would call day traders.
Yeah.
It is not a glamorous fucking gig, man. Nice. Like it is a lot of work. It's late nights. It's insane amounts of hours on the screen. and it's not for everyone. Like if you're like, fuck, like, oh, like all these moves are happening in the middle of the night and like blah blah, like if you're complaining about that shit, this game is not for you, bro. You don't sleep some nights. Like if the market's
for sure
at 3 a.m., guess what? You're either staying up to 3 a.m. or you're waking up at 3 a.m. or you're pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah.
So you gotta figure out. Yeah, you gotta figure out what type. So ICT, one of my main mentors, he gave a really good analogy for this. He said you need to know what type of trading fits with your personality type. Are you a sprinter? Are you a medium distance runner? Or maybe you're a marathon runner, right? So if you're a marathon runner, you don't want to be on the screen all time. You're okay with it taking, longer to play out. Well, then maybe you should be looking at the monthly, the weekly, and the daily and nothing else, right? Forget the low time frame. If you're a sprinter, right? Yeah, maybe you're a day trader. That means everything's quick twitch. You need to be on it. A trade can happen in like under a minute. Then yeah, you're looking at the 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 30 minute, and then even down to the M1 sometimes. So you got to find out what works with your personality as well. Like if you're not into the whole like, oh my God, I need to make my reaction super quick. The reason I like executing on the 1 hour and the H4 is because I got a lot of time, right? Like I don't have to make a decision like in a snap. Whereas if you're trading on the fucking M1, like sometimes you have 30 seconds to make a fucking call.
There we go. They got the wall. They got him, boys.
Oh shit! Flush time?
We'll see right now. Like so now that they took that wall, now let's look at lower time frames real quick because that wall was pretty much what was holding. I think he pulled some bids too, so I saw him pull the bids. All right, so let's go back. All right, so now that they got that wall, we now watch this level right here, which is 43.6 at this low. Because I might even just aping along, to be honest, if we SFP right here. Because, yeah.
Bro, I'm short. You don't want to do it.
Bro, I'm short too.
I will fucking nuke this to 0. So if you want to see something funny, man, if
I'm
you
about
go
to counter trade Mayne right now on stream. Let's go.
If you go look at let me see if I can find it before I tell you.
You know what? I'm a 50x this shit right here.
Yo, so go look at RUNE, the spot RUNE chart on FTX.
Shit. So
RUNE
USD
near the bottom, second from the bottom, right there, and then look at the 12-hour chart.
Which one? Because there's a lag for you. So is it the one?
Yeah, the second from the top now. Thorchain.
All right,
yeah,
cool. This is RUNE. All right. Spot.
And then go look at the 12-hour candle on July 27th.
July 27th.
You see that big wick candle in that bottom consolidation right there?
July 27th. This one right here, right?
Yeah, that candle right there. That's me.
You mark.
That's me. I aped into RUNE, market bought like fucking $600,000 worth of RUNE right there.
Straight up.
I didn't realize that liquidity on the spot alt pairs on FTX was so shit.
Straight up.
And I had like a mini heart attack. I made a fucking mint, but I had a mini heart attack because I like on Binance, like under $1 million, you can fucking bang in pretty good.
Yeah.
Like if you're willing to eat a little bit of slippage, look at the fucking wick.
Yeah, bro.
That's like a fucking 20% candle, dude.
I think I remember you mentioned that in the
Discord. Know. Everyone posted it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, shit. So I had like some fills like at 4, and I had some fills at like $5, and I was like, what the fuck?
Sam rugged you, bro. He had the algo set up to where once he saw somebody aping, he just removed all the bids and let you just get filled that shit. But it's good that you still made money from it, right?
Oh yeah, I made a little something.
All right, a little something. That's all we need to know. But yeah, he got him. All right, so we're gonna watch this play out. Oh, they're getting aggressive. Where they at? Let's see. 14. All right, slightly. I think they're gonna come for this low right now. So yeah, I'm pretty much like. I'm still holding a short on Ethereum and I'm hedged from like around here, but I didn't take a lever short. I just hedged some of my Bitcoin, but I'm happy to see it go down, to be honest, because like if I held 100% spot, I would be upset. Did you hedge anything yet, Mayne?
Like spot wise, a little. I basically, I mean, I started hedging a little early. Like I hedged some at like 42.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I definitely was like in a little bit of disbelief when we absolutely just fucking like
Agreed.
launched through the range high. Like I was definitely trying to short the range high a couple of times and like ate a dick. But yeah, I've hedged a little bit.
Yeah.
But not like a significant amount. I mean, here's the thing. I have some Bitcoin that like I'm never selling. You know what I mean? Like
for
cold
sure, yeah.
storage and shit. But like in terms of what I keep on account in hot wallets and shit, I'm decently hedged up.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You didn't really get wrecked because I'm pretty sure you bought near the low, right? Like around 30s, 32.
Oh yeah.
33?
I mean, I bought a little early. Like I started buying at like I think 38, and then it just kept dumping. So then I pulled all of my bids, and then I like aped in between kind of 29 to 32. So I've done. I mean, and here's the thing, guys. Like whether or not we're in a fucking bull market or bear market, like if I make 60% on just like a spot buy within a couple of months, I take profit.
Yep.
You take profit. There's no other market in the world that will give you that kind of returns.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
You have to realize, like at the end of the day, as much as you might believe in crypto and blah 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 blah, you can always buy back, and your fucking landlord does not accept Bitcoin. Okay, like my bank doesn't accept Bitcoin. Like I want my fucking cash. Like I'm in this for the money. The tech is cool, but I'm in this for the money.
Yeah, that's exactly. You have to take profit. Let them know. Take that profit.
Noob question. What does hedging mean? So hedging means a few things. Essentially, there's a few ways to hedge. Like you could hedge a trade by being like long on the perpetuals and short on the futures. But to me, hedging is like, okay, if I'm in a bunch of spot Bitcoin and we come into high time resistance, hedging could be either opening shorts or taking some of that Bitcoin, converting it to stables.
Yeah, simple. Another, I kind of explained it, so I'll explain it again real quick. So hedging, this is a way you can hedge as well. So I still have some of my long open from here, because I remember I explained this on stream. So I caught this wick, this one I bought here, and I bought some here. So what I was doing in this range, let's just draw these levels. So I got long over here, not full size, and then on the second wick I filled some more. So every time the price was going up to the higher part of this range, like 29.8, 29.6, I was opening a short the same size of my long, so I won't have to close my long. But if we do go down, right, I could still have that short open. You understand, Mayne? This is similar to hedging, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm opening the opposite side of my position. I was long here, short. So every time we got here, short, I closed, and then we got here, I shorted. But once we broke out, I took like a small loss on that hedge, and then I still held my position. And like a noob, I would have made some life-changing money, but I took profit 30.6 because I'm not Mayne. My hands are weak as shit, to be honest. So like I learned a lot from this trade though, because you know I'm used to like Bitcoin not trending. So like I took probably 40% right here.
You came up in the fucking like the 1% range a day grind, right?
Yeah,
so
facts.
Like to try and that's why I'm telling guys like you, man, I'm like, go fucking trade Forex. You'll crush it.
Word.
You will crush it because it trades a lot like how Bitcoin used to trade. Or when Bitcoin is ranging really hard, that's how Forex trades all the time. Whereas like it is hard to trade. I've been doing this for years. It is really hard to trade super strong trending moves.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially when you're like a super analytical trader like we are, where you're like, okay, levels, oh, it broke little market structure here. I need to close. I need to open again. Whereas there's just like some guys who just look at the chart. They're like, yeah, this thing's going to moon. And they just open along and then just fucking sit on it for weeks. And they outperform me, who's been in like 15 fucking trades in the same time.
It's true, man. I think so. I'll go back to your point where you said ICT said you want to be like a swing trader, 4-hour higher time frame, and or somebody that trades a low time frame. For me, like I tried to swing trade and like it was just like horrible for me because like I was always trying to like take profit and I was always thinking about the position basically. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna learn scalping because I like to be in and out of the market, and if I can make 1 or 2%, I'm happy. And you know, if I could get in another trade, I'll be even more happy. But to be honest, as I'm growing as a trader, I see that the real money is made from riding the trend and adding to your position. And a lot of people won't learn this at the start because it takes a lot of time. Even for me, like if you roll this trend right here, shit. Like I got into like a 8-10 BTC position over here. Like if I would have held all the way to where we had a break in market structure, like I would have been chilling right now. I wouldn't probably even need to trade, but you know, it is what it is and you learn. And you know, I'm trying to learn now to hold my shorts. So like I hope this is the top and we go to 40 cuz I will hold that. But yeah, hedging, you know, it helps keep your position open basically, like the opposite side. So if you shorted here and we go to 40k, right? You can basically open long and you won't have to close this short, right, Mayne?
Yeah. So it's like nothing goes in a straight line, right, guys? So if your target, let's say, is way lower, right, there's going to be periods of up in the downtrend. So by hedging, you are able to kind of mitigate some of that, you know, kind of erosion of your UPNL, right? Because let's say you shorted 45, it goes to 40, and then it bounces to 43. Even if it might end up going down to 35, that move from 40 to 43, you could long it.
Yep.
And you can make money on the way back up. And then obviously that's kind of hedging. That's where the term comes, right? You're hedging your bets. So
yep, absolutely. So do you guys have any questions for Mayne while we have him here? I don't know how long you want to stay, but I'm happy to keep you on the stream the whole way through, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I'll kick it for a little longer. I got to go to the gym, you know, got to work on do some neck pulls and some fucking deadlifts.
Are you going to be boxing in Dubai?
No, I'm too big. Like
Bro,
everyone who's boxing, I told Mo, because I'm homies with Mo. I was like, yo, like who's fighting? And he's like, oh, Rookie, Loom Dart, Sobi. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm like 6'2", 210. Like all of these guys are like 5'8", 5'6", and like 150 pounds. So like I don't want to come. It'd be me. I'd just be coming in there. I'd be smashing.
Bro,
so,
you're not gonna get knocked out with a neck like that. Like
no
homo or anything, man. But like it's hard because like, you know, just physics. Like
I know. I was really good at rugby because I fucking just had a thick neck and no one could fucking rock my shit. But I don't know. I don't have any formal fight training. I do have 4 brothers. But so I've been in a lot of fights.
Yeah.
But like I mean, there's weight classes for a reason, and like the only person who was willing to fight me was Beta, and Beta is a fucking monster. So I'm not interested in dying.
Okay, I saw his pic. So yeah, I don't even right now. I think I weigh like 180ish, and that's because I have some, you know, some little sugar fat from Red Bulls and stuff. But I think my weight, if I would fight, it'd probably be like 165. So yeah, out of my weight class.
Yeah, I'm like my fighting weight would probably be 190, 195.
Yeah, that's heavyweight right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so lower time frames. Let me just pick into your brain real quick, man, because I know you like to play higher time frames. You're good with your higher time frame view and your market structure break. So 30-minute time frame, right? You see Bitcoin coming down here, right? We take out this structure, we break that, but you see this little cluster here, and you see price consolidating, right? Would you take a long position here?
Let me look here on the M30. So if you look on the what you'll generally find is these little clusters and things. Really what it is the higher time frame order block, right? And you're just seeing that on the M30. So what I'll look for there on that M30 is if you take that lowest wick there that you have at the bottom of your cluster.
This one.
Yeah. And now mark the candle 2 to the left of it. Mark the low that's 2 to the left. Of that M30 candle you just marked. Go two M30 candles over. One and then the second one.
All right, hold on. This.
So yeah, just take that line that you already have and drag it over to right there. So to me, because on my exchange at least, it ended up being an SFP. So that candle that caused that SFP or that run, that to me is an area where if we get a reaction, I would potentially long.
Yeah. Yep.
So whether it's a run on the low and then a reclaim of like, I don't know, I guess it's like effectively just above like 43K. Or if it just hits the block and then puts in a higher low, I would absolutely take a long there.
All right. And how would your trigger be? Because I know this is like, so like one of the hardest parts of trading is executing the trade. A lot of people have a plan until price comes. And I feel like that's where a lot of traders differentiate, because you really have split seconds to make a decision. Like, it's either you're going to enter the trade or you're going to wait more. So like, where is your trigger, and like, how would you decide to enter? So like, for example, this is the first low I'm going to be watching, right? So if we break this low and we start closing below it, then the next area we will be interested is possibly in this cluster. So me, I don't want to long this cluster yet. I would wait for the bottom or here. So let's say price is coming down, we break this resistance, and now price is coming here, right? And then we take the low of this. Are you entering before we test this low, or what are you doing at this point?
I mean, I would probably take a stab half size on the first test of the level.
Okay,
and then
so you're talking about 43.150, this low right here, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I would probably take a stab half size there.
Yep.
And then if we put in a higher high, so that little lower high you have there, if we end up getting a nice reaction and break that market structure, that's when I would compound.
You'll add. Okay, interesting.
And if it broke down again, I would wait and see if it closed back above the low. But if it continued to close below the low, then I'd probably cut the entire thing.
All right, good. So you guys got that, right? That's his trigger. So basically, how Mayne would enter this trade is so if price comes down, Mayne doesn't play these levels because he's too smart. So we're gonna go resistance, and then we're gonna come here, right? Mayne at this point, he's blindly bidding, right? You're gonna blindly long.
Yeah.
All right. So he's blindly bidding. So I want you guys to realize the difference between blindly and waiting for confirmation. So right here, he's anticipating the move, which I do that a lot. So he's gonna enter some here, and then if it bottoms here and makes a lower high, right? That's what you mean, like a lower high here.
Yeah.
He's gonna add on to the trade, and then I'm pretty sure you're gonna invalidate here. You're not gonna really try to add if it breaks down below, right?
No, you wanna see low time. If you're scalping or getting in on the low time frame, I want to see the low time frame market structure flip bullish pretty quick at my level.
Exactly. Yep. All right, so that's good. And then basically that's one. So he's gonna add on the up, right? So another one is when it's coming down, right? He's gonna add here, right? He's gonna wait to see price, and if it's gonna come down below this low, I'm pretty sure you're gonna add below the second low too, right?
Yeah.
And then if it starts closing below here, then you can easily get out the trade. And the reason it's good over here is because your invalidation is literally pretty near the position, right? So like if you invalidate over here, like your risk to reward, like we could retest 44, like there's high risk to reward when you're longing near the invalidation. So that is an example of very good risk to reward.
The best trades come near the extremes of moves.
Yep.
Right? Because basically this entire pump is invalidated right where you're trying to enter. So you're literally trying to enter right at the point of origin. And if you're right, you're going to get an extremely high risk to reward trade that's going to pay off well. And if you're wrong, you're out at basically the maximum area that it could go before it completely shifts market structure in the other direction anyways. So a high probability move. You want to put my screen back up? I'll show you guys my two favorite setups. So what he just explained is what I would call, like you said, anticipatory plays. So I would say probably 25% of the trades I take are anticipatory. 75% of the trades I take are based on confirmation. And that confirmation can come from the low time frame. So it can look anticipatory on the H4, but really all I'm doing is drilling down to the M5 and looking for kind of like my entry technique, my entry fractal. So if this is my key level of interest, My main setup, and I show this on every single stream, and people still ask me questions about it, and I'm like, this is how I enter 90% of my trades, is when we hit my level, we run the level, and then we reclaim the block. This is a breaker that caused the sweep on the low. This is how I enter 95% of the fucking trades I take.
So you're entering not when we break it, but when we confirm when we have confirmation.
Here. Yeah. So,
right, so that's a confirmation right there. That's confirmation.
This is a confirmation setup. So this is what I want to see on the lower time frame. So if this is a daily level, I want to see this play out on like the hourly at that level to let me know that it's giving me the reaction that I want. And this happens. Sometimes you don't get the breaker. Sometimes it's literally like this, right? And then it's more of just kind of like a run of the level, a reclaim, and then bullish market structure. But this happens so much in price. It's unbelievable. And if you get really good at spotting this setup, you can build an entire system around this setup alone. Absolutely. And it happens over and over and over again. And that's exactly how I got into the short here. So if you look here, high time frame level, I'm just going to delete all this because it's a little busy. But there's your high time frame level, right? Where is the breaker? It's right here. So this is obviously the inverse of what I just showed you guys, but it's the exact same idea, right? So we had price approach my level.
Paid group material right here.
Break above, broke the low, and then came back and retested, and it sells off. And you can find this everywhere. So if you go take a screenshot of that thing and just practice. It happens all the time. And it works like a motherfucker. It's unbelievable. This is a breaker right here. And it's harder to see when it's in price than it is. But there's your up candle. There's your down move. There's your reclaim. Right? This one sucks because the invalidation is really far away from price. But it happens over and over and over again. Here's another one right here. There's your down move that took out the lows. There's your reclaim. Boom. Yep. And your invalidation is there. Right? Because if you're wrong, if it goes below this low, you're wrong. Yeah. Right? You're simply wrong. So get out.
Stress-free trade.
But yeah, that's literally, everyone's like, what is like blah? I'm like, dude, I shared an infographic with what I just explained to you on Twitter under the hashtag TMTATips like 2 years ago. And you'll see it everywhere on any time frame you want. But the key is first know where the high time frame levels you're looking for it at, and then zoom in, and that's your entry trigger.
Yep. So if you don't follow Mayne, definitely follow Mayne. But this is like paid group material, right?
Yeah, I literally had a paid group, guys, and I taught this in it, and then people just started stealing my shit, and I said, fuck it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, this is like material that somebody that is trying to sell a course, he can tell you the exact same thing Mayne told you and charge you like $150, $200.
I'm not gonna name names, but I still have a free Discord, and I have a free Discord, and someone who was in my free Discord ended up starting a paid group, and they were taking stuff out of my free Discord and then just putting their name on it and posting it in their paid group. And like sometimes they even forgot to like change the words or the names on the charts. And someone sent it to me and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like if you're gonna copy my shit, like at least put some effort into it.
Yeah.
But then I just started giving it away for free because you know what? I can show you exactly how I trade. Every single thing. And it still doesn't mean you're gonna make any money.
Yeah.
Because
it's execution.
Exactly. Me showing you how I get into the trade doesn't change the fact that you're the one who has to press buy and sell on your own screen. You've got to notice it real time, and then you've got to have the fucking nutsack to manage the trade. Right? Absolutely. So it is hard. It is. Everyone's like, I mean, I see people like, oh, alpha erosion. Why are you sharing this shit? I was like, dude, I'll tell you exactly what I do. It doesn't mean you can do it because most people will not put in the time to actually get the pattern recognition down and then get the reps in that are necessary.
You know why that is? It's because there's only a few people that like can actually survive and have the mentality. Because like there's a reason why not everyone is millionaires, because you have to be able to like get shit on. You have to be able to lose your money and then go through like a mental breakdown probably. You know, you got to go through a lot of shit and then come back and try again just to get wrecked again. And then you have to come back again just to get wrecked again. So you're constantly getting wrecked. And that's what trading is. So like at one point, you're just going to say, you know what? I'm not getting wrecked no more. I'm just going to be more disciplined.
It's the hardest game in the world, man. It's a battle between you and your fucking own mind. Like, it's your own mind. Like, you take a big L and then you need to come back the next day and not let that affect your future decision-making process. That's so fucking hard. Getting a nice little bounce here.
Yeah, I see. That's why I'm just like
one fucking guy in the chat who's being fucking his name's Freak21.
I know.
Do you understand how angry you are from trading? Do you understand what taxes and inflation are? Do you understand that these charts mean nothing? Bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro. Yo, tell him, bro. Yo.
Do you understand what the currencies and cryptocurrencies represent? Do you know what you actually lose more money from trading than investing? Bro, shut up.
Yo,
you absolute clown. I lost more money this morning taking stupid trades than you made in the entire month. I don't give a shit what you have to say.
Exactly. Tell him, look, you triggered Mayne, bro.
I literally
wrecked, bro.
just spent like 60K on a fucking Autumn RPK Royal Oak this morning.
All right,
from bed, from trading profits, my guy. Fuck inflation and fuck you.
Tell him, bro. Tell him. All right, so I need one of my mods to just give him the hammer. All right, I think he got wrecked. All right, yep, he's wrecked.
My boy's he's investing with like 1 Bitcoin. He's like, you know that you don't make as much money as investors do, but you know what? As much as he's a fucking clown, he's absolutely right. Most people would be better off just buying and holding.
Yeah, for sure. True. It's
not me though.
Right.
I can't handle it. I'm too much of a fucking degen.
Cause you learned it. You grind it out. Some people, like, I'm pretty sure you spent many days of your life just staring at a chart all day in the dark, or whether just by yourself, isolating, not talking to nobody.
I've had moments where like I literally like, I'm not gonna say like I was suicidal, because like suicide is obviously a very, very serious topic, but like where I like was questioning like my existence, you know what I mean? Like you take a dumb fucking trade. This was near the top in April. I was crushing it right up into that run up to 60K. I was like on fucking fire. And for the first 2 weeks of April, I had one of the hottest like kind of 10-day periods of trading ever. And then I was fucking just gig along like some fucking stupid altcoins into the top, right? And then it was the Jake Paul fight. And so I kind of wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. I was having some drinks and shit.
I got wrecked.
All of a sudden, I came back and I'm down. Basically, all the money I'd made in the previous 10 days, just like wiped.
Shit.
Like, there's no worse feeling than being like just on your game, systematically crushing it. And then you make one dumb move and it wipes out all those gains. And I sat there and I stared at my fucking screen. And I was just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Tell me about it. I got wrecked. I got wrecked. I lost like my whole month of profit on that, watching that dumbass Jake Paul bullshit. The same way you got wrecked. I remember, were we in the Discord at the time? I don't remember, but I lost a lot of money, and it was because like we got comfortable, right? I can explain the same reason you got wrecked why we both got wrecked, because we got comfortable in the bull market, right or wrong.
Of course.
It was feeding us very good. We was pretty much
complacent. When it becomes easy, that's when you need to start worrying.
This is where we got wrecked. I believe around here. Yep. This wick. Did you get wrecked on this wick right here?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I do remember this wick.
And the problem is I knew I was looking at these. I had a couple P&Ls that were open. Like I was in an XRP long, and it was like a floating P&L of like a negative 150 grand. And I knew, I'm like, if I just wait and hold this, it will probably retrace half of this move. Right? But of course, in the moment, you're just like, fuck, I'm just going to close everything and fucking start again tomorrow.
Yeah, it happens. I got wrecked on that wick. It was very humbling. I'm not going to lie. Like, that shit humbled the shit out of me. And then after that, I got wrecked again. So 2 times getting wrecked, giving back like 20, 15 days of profit.
Yeah,
but
it's the worst.
Yeah. So what else? Does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, I got like another fucking 5 or so, 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go hit the gymnasium,
Five,
get
ten
my
minutes. All
sweat
right.
on.
Somebody said pump. All right. So let's look what happened. This is from the 1 minute time frame. So we're on the Coinbase. So we saw the bid on Trading Light, right? Yep, it's pumping now. Nice. This is what. This is nice. But yeah, so over here. Wow, that's a pretty nice pump. So we saw the guy fill his longs over here. Like you can see, he's filling over here. And then once we sold through it, we got below near here. But I didn't long because I was ready to 50x long this part, but we didn't get it, so I didn't enter. But yeah, we broke it, and we're just going straight up. And we kind of broke, what is that, lower time frame structure? Yeah, we broke lower time frame structure. So yeah, let's see. The next level we're watching, or I'm watching, is going to be around 44.8, 45. So if we get there, I'm shorting live on stream. I will short that, even though I'm already short. But yeah, there is a trend line. So yeah, anybody got any questions for Mayne? Because if y'all don't, then I'll ask him something. And
This guy says, I already answered your question. This guy's saying, what is the best buying range to short Ethereum? First of all, that doesn't make any sense. Second of all, though, I already told you what we thought on Ethereum. We already fucking checked that.
Yeah. So I'll tell him about my short on Ethereum. But first, I want to ask you a question. So nobody got, Mayne, what's the most he lost? That's a noob question. Nobody really cares about how much he lost. He lost a lot of money, I could tell you that. We want some alpha. That's not alpha, bro.
Do I bench press? Absolutely.
Please. Will there be a vid? I didn't clip Mayne's answer. Oh, you trying to clip Mayne? Nah, bro. You gotta pay for that.
Sheesh.
You gotta pay for that.
Yeah, 1 BTC a month.
Do you have vids on breakers? Do you have any vids on breakers? I think you shared some shit like that.
I cover them in a ton of my streams. Like I don't have a video specifically, but if you go on Twitter,
go to his Discord.
Yeah, go on my Discord and go in the education section.
Let me get your Discord. Shit.
Derek Bacon just subscribed with Prime for 2 months. Let's go, Derek.
Oh, Derek Bacon. Oh yeah, he was my subscriber. That's what's up, Derek Bacon. If I'm not mistaken, he got me wrecked on Luna. So yeah, I remember him.
Do you work on your neck at the gym? Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't think I could invite people to your Discord.
I'll drop a link.
Yeah, you could drop the link.
I'll drop the link in the chat.
So it looks like nobody's trying to steal alpha from you.
They just want to know about the neck. That's all anyone cares about.
All right, so I'll ask you a question. It's not really alpha, but a lot of people always ask me this, and I probably already know the answer, but yeah, I want you to explain. So, I know you don't really trade based off of indicators, right? Because you're not a noob. But what is your favorite indicator to give you some type of confluence and some type of confidence when you're longing, let's say, a weekly level, monthly level? It could be whatever, Fibonacci. What is an indicator that you will see that, you know, price is touching that level or whatever, and that indicator is like, yo, shit, this indicator plus I have these other three confluence, I'm gigalonging. What is that indicator or moving average, whatever it is? And please don't tell me Silico's crayon, because I got wrecked on that bullshit.
No, so
all right, good.
I do like to use just the regular RSI on the low time frame. So if you use things like VWAP or
RSI.
Pivot or anything like that, if you use the RSI and you find that you get some sort of div into your level, generally that's a pretty high hit rate signal for me. So let me see if I can find like a good example.
Like there's kind of a div here on the 30-minute. Can you see my screen? You see that? There's kind of a div, but it would have been so much cleaner if price did like that. Like that would be nice because you have like a downward move with a div like that. So that's what he's saying about divs. And a lot of people think this is noob, like when you see RSI and divs like that. but
Dude,
you
one of
can
my
build a
favorite
system.
traders is Cold Blood Schiller. He's one of
Yeah,
my favorite traders,
he's
and he
pretty good.
crushes it with the
For
RSI.
sure.
And I'm telling you guys, what I always say to people about indicators is indicators can't be the reason you enter a trade. The reason you enter a trade needs to be based on market structure and price action. But if you can use indicators to give you additional confluence, then by all means, I'm all for it. The problem is people will say, okay, RSI bull div, I'm going to long it. It's like, yeah, but a thing can bull div for a long time before it actually plays out, or it can bear div for a long time before it actually plays out. So you definitely want to, fuck around with indicators if there's something that you like, but it's not enough to be your sole decision-making thing unless you have a system that is based around an indicator like Ichimoku Cloud, where it's like, okay, we've broke into the cloud and this twist happened and now I'm targeting an end-to-end trade where it's like, okay, the system is based on the indicators. Most indicators, I think, are lagging and they can be used in confluence with price action, but they shouldn't be used on their own.
So right here, I see an example on Ethereum that I could talk about.
Yeah.
So let's just do a quick review. Do you want to review this? Because I think you could see the block and then this indicator. You want to review something like this, like the order block and the retest?
Yeah.
I'll give you, since you're here, you can review that for them. So yeah, just pull up Ethereum USDT and then go to the market structure break that form like this order block and look at the retest. Beautiful. And that's where I pretty much shorted this morning.
Okay. Let's see here.
So the same way Mayne was talking about weekly 12-hour timeframes, you can use the same type of concept on lower timeframes, by the way.
So I'll start with this. You see, this is where I said ETH is going to find some resistance.
All right. So before you start, let me just tell them, because they ask you this question. So this is basically a quick little tutorial on order block price action, market structure breaks, retest, and whatnot. So you could understand, right? Because y'all probably don't know the terms, but go ahead.
So where am I looking for on the high time frame first to see a reaction, right? This is the point of origin, the bearish order block that caused this entire move down, right? So naturally, eventually, you expect price to come and retest it and hopefully give you a setup. It doesn't mean it's going to go like this, but you're going to get a reaction here normally. Now, if you look, what's interesting here, if I mark the low of this order block here, if I mark the low, and then we zoom in to the hourly, look at where this rejection is happening. And then if you go to the 30-minute, like Ninja was on, look where his order block formed.
Yeah, wow, that's bruh.
Look where the break in market structure formed. So what most people always ask me is they say, okay, how do you know this is a good order block? And I always say, first step is get good at marking support and resistance levels, because order blocks form near key high time frame SR levels. So when you're looking for that low time frame OB that you want to enter the trade on, you want to find your high time frame area of interest and then look for order blocks around it, because those are going to be the higher probability plays. So as you can see, here's our key high time frame level. We have our reaction, we have our break in market structure, and then we have a return to the order block here. If I pull my fib from the high to the low, you can see right into the OTE is where it topped. You could literally.
What is the OTE? Because
so the OTE on the fib is going to be this area here.
And what does OTE stand for?
So optimal trade entry. So essentially, right, all this shows is price moves in waves, right? Measured moves is oftentimes retraces in a price swing will retrace to this area before seeing continuation of the trend. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it only retraces to the 328. Sometimes it only retraces to the 50. But this is a very common kind of retracement area within a price swing. You can see this one, this retraced only to the 50.
And tell them why. I know you know why. Why is like the 0.6, the 0.70, and 0.79? Why is it, or OTE for institutions?
Well, the idea here is that the banks or the people who are moving the markets and are running the markets are using these kind of levels in their algorithm to kind of deliver price. The way I like to think of it is more from a psychological perspective. So the way ICT teaches it is like it's an algo, it's run by the banks, and they essentially will move price to these very specific levels, and then you'll see reactions. The way I like to think of it is psychologically. If you shorted here, right? Let's say you shorted this. How high up can they bring this thing before you start shitting your pants? Right? And every time, if you go on Twitter and you go on and you look at the chart, no matter what time frame we're at, when we broke down here, everyone's bearish. Guess what happens as we approach here? They're more bullish. They're more bullish. Everyone's like, okay, that was a bear trap. And then it fucking eats a dick, right? Yeah. And that happens over and over and over again. Like if you go to the, you know, the last, where's a good example here? If you go to like the old, like, you know, runs, what I find is I'm like, this is just deep enough that people start questioning, right? Like if you shorted this is just a big enough of a pullback that you're like, oh, maybe we are going back up, right? And then it ends up trading lower. So I think that's why it's programmed to be that way, because those shallow dips, I find the times where you only get the like 0.382 pullback or whatever is when it's a really strong move. But go on your chart, guys, and pull any price swing. You're going to get this so fucking often that's not a coincidence.
And just for the people that don't know what a price swing is, what do you consider a price swing? Like, let's say daily, hourly, whatever you want to say. Just tell the people.
Depending on what time frame you're using, you can kind of do it visually, or you can do it kind of like by the rules. And so by the rules would effectively be, okay, it's got to have the swing high has to be a 3 candle pattern. What I mean by that is it's got to be like this. There's a lower candle here, there's the high candle, and then a lower candle on the other side. Right? So you see how that's a 3 candle swing?
Yeah.
So that's what I consider a swing point. And so generally you're going to have a swing that generates a new low, usually, or a new high, and then you'll have your swing low with your 3 candle pattern, and then you would pull the fib from here to here. Yeah. And then the reverse would be this way, right? Where here's a low, it broke a high, and then this is where it's retracing. So you're going to pull the fib from here to here, and you're going to be buying the retracement into here.
And you can use that as Confluence to your, what you mentioned earlier about confirmation. So if it breaks structure and you pull the fib on the low that you believe was the reason it broke structure, you will see that your fib will align with, you know, a lower high or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And so here, this is a perfect example of all of those things we've talked about this entire video. High time frame level, there's your distribution above the level, right? This is distribution.
Distribution, yep. And
break the market structure.
Order block to confirm.
There's your pullback to the origin of the move that broke structure. And then the fib is just the icing on the cake. I don't even really pull fibs that much anymore like this because I can eyeball it. Like when I see price, I go, this is about at the OT because I've been doing it for so goddamn long.
That's when you get to the Autis level. Like if you guys know Jim Talibot, right? He talked about agri-trade, how he could, you know, understand the sounds in his head. Like once you do something so many times, you will be able to, you know, see it. Like me on the chart, I can see a trend line without even drawing the trend line because, like, that's all I do.
And that's why, and here's your second sell, right? Here's the third sell right there. And now this is a potential reversal because you can see we're trending strong here. This is a higher low, right? So if this is going to continue to be bearish, we effectively want to see another leg down like this. And then, but yeah, I can like, once I've been trading so long that people will be like, why do you use the H12? I'm like, because the H12 and the daily to me are interchangeable. Like I know that this is a daily candle. Like I don't need the daily to know that. It just gives me a little bit more detail. I like the H12 and it's no different than on the H4. I'll be like, okay, like here's today's trading. And you can kind of just visualize what the daily candle looks like without even having to see it. But it just comes with repetition, guys. Like if any of you guys play sports or any of you guys play, you know, do anything competitively, even if it's chess, even if it's, you know, anything where it's like you do something over and over and over again, humans are amazing at pattern recognition and at muscle memory. And you will train yourself to see things and be like, okay, I've seen this type of pattern where we make a high we close above the high, but then we break back below, I know that this is a very common topping pattern. And I would not be surprised at all.
And I already know, Mayne, you will short anywhere near that because your invalidation is so tight and your risk to reward is very high.
Yeah. So and if you want a tighter invalidation, you zoom in, right? So that 30-minute setup that we showed you, well, here's the 15-minute order block. So it's even tighter.
Yeah.
Right. And then within the 15-minute order block,
there's another
we had a second sell right here.
Order block.
Talk about accuracy. Beautiful. This is literally almost to the pip. This
I got filled right there. I got filled.
This is to the pip.
3170. I was filled. I told the people in my group too. I'm shorting this shit.
Yeah.
This shit ain't going up. I'm shorting. But yeah.
And we can see what we want to see, right, is just continuous bearish market structure at this point. And so if we see this start to flatten out, where it starts making slightly less lower lows, that's going to tell me that this is probably in for a bigger retrace. But you got to remember that this bigger retrace might fuck up shorters here, but within this larger price swing, it's just a retrace of this price swing before continue down.
So you see how you did that triple drive? I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna show you something that you even mentioned about RSI. So what he just drew on his chart, let me go back to your chart. Shit, hold on. You see that triple drive right there? 1, 2. So like if you look on RSI, you can see that the low here forming like kind of a diversion. So like if it goes below here and then forms a lower low and then comes back up and then comes down again and then, you know, continues to diverge, that's like great confirmation to hit a long, right? Right, Mayne?
Yeah.
Divergences. So
so this is your classic bear div setup.
This is
one I'll trade all the time, and it works the same the opposite way, right? If you have 3 drives to the high, go look at the top on Bitcoin, guys. It was literally that was the exact setup here on the high time frame. Like if you go to the daily or whatever, this is effectively a 3 drives top.
Hold on, let me go back to your screen. Daily. All right, go ahead.
This is a 3 drives on the top, right? And everyone was like, "Oh, it's not your typical top." It's like, who cares? Like I'm so upset because in my Discord and on Twitter, I posted the short here and I pussied out because we had the 3 drives. If you notice, this entire run up, we never lost daily market structure until where? Right here.
Yeah.
As soon as that happens, what is the exact thing I just showed you guys on Ethereum? Here's your fib. Look where this thing topped. Right there. It came just shy. Can you zoom in a little bit? Yeah. It came just shy of the order block. But this is like 101, right? Here's your break in market structure on the daily. What are we selling into? The return to origin. Here is your origin.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's your risk. That would have been the giga short of all time, but I pussied out. And so what I'm basically seeing on the weekly is a fractal of this right here. I'm seeing this happen right now, potentially on the weekly. Like if we look at the weekly here, could this not be the exact same short right here? So there's your fib pull, right? From here to here. This is your OTE right here. This is your break in market structure. So definitely pay attention up here.
Yeah, this higher time frames. Definitely gonna look into that for sure.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna call it. I gotta go get the lift on.
I appreciate
thanks for having me on, man. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yo, I appreciate you for coming on the stream and sharing all this alpha. And yeah, thanks, bro. Last minute, appreciate it.
No worries, man. I'll chat you soon. Everyone, if you want to fucking see me chat some more, I'll definitely have Ninja on one of my streams. I'm usually every Sunday around 3 or 4 p.m. PST. So find me on there.
So let me just put your socials. So his Twitter right here, if you don't follow him already, follow his Twitter and his YouTube. Follow his YouTube. There you go. All right, so my boy, thank you for joining. I don't know if he left already. Oh, you did. All right, cool. Thanks for joining, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. So yeah, guys, Mayne definitely shared a lot of alpha for us. All right, Derek Bacon. Appreciate you for subscribing again, Derek Bacon. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next stream. Thank you for joining. So yeah, my EU people, I know it's late for you guys, but the daily's about to close, so I'm just gonna you know, talk about the daily. And like you can see, like what Mayne was talking about RSI, like you can see like we are diverging on the RSI chart. So if we look on higher time frame, we're kind of forming like a divergency. So like we had the high here, and then on the next run up we made a lower high on RSI. So that's something to pay attention to as well on daily time frame. But yeah, you can see we're bouncing on the daily. So technically, right, to get technical, the daily time frame is still bullish. All right, so I'm still bullish on Bitcoin on the daily, because we can see that we haven't really broken the bullish structure yet. All right, so daily time frame we're still bullish, so that's why I'm holding most of my spot positions. All right, so if we're just gonna look at daily time frame, what would make me bearish and like start to hesitate and maybe like get less of my spot is if we start closing the daily below 42.8. So that's going to be a level that is going to be key. So like if we start closing below 42.8, then best believe that I'm going to be more cautious and then looking to play these, and then you can look for lower highs as well. But yeah, 42.8 is that level that is going to be important. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? Because this stream right here, I think it was a pretty long stream, so I think I will probably end soon. But I'm going to do stream notes on this stream, so I'm gonna make it easier for you guys because it is long. So I'm gonna put detail in the notes so you guys could skip. Please explain. All right, so first, thank you Paracel for subscribing. I appreciate you. And everybody that subscribed to this Twitch, I appreciate all y'all. So honestly, the subscription is not really about the money. Like, I just appreciate you guys for supporting the stream. And you know, this stream is really sponsored by Delta, right? So the reason I'm able to, you know, share all this alpha with you guys without really caring much is because at the end of the day, Delta is sponsoring the stream, so I don't need any type of money from you guys. And we want to get you guys better traders, because if you learn price action, you will always be able to take money out the market, risk defined. So yeah, that's something I just want to say. So if you want to support even more, then you can use my ref link over here. That's my ref link. So you could join Delta, and I'm on Delta right now, and I was gonna do a 50x long, but we didn't sweep this level. I was gonna market by 50 leverage right here. Thank you for subscribing, Dylan. I appreciate you, my boy. So yeah, definitely check out Delta. It's an up and coming exchange. It has leverage because they're sponsoring me. So the longer they sponsor me, the more these streams can come out with high quality, because a lot of people, they stream and they don't like you know, put notes. So it's a 2-hour video and you don't want to watch 2 hours. So like what I'm gonna do to make it easier for everyone that was in the stream that missed something is I'm gonna so after the stream is over, if I can show you an example. So I'm gonna do something like this, where at the specific time frame, I'm gonna give you like the topic, so you can just go to that time frame and watch it over and over. So it looks weird right now, right? This shit is acting weird. Like the color is weird on the stream, but this is what I do basically. So like, if you want to go to this link, that's gonna be something similar to what I'm gonna do. So you guys could go back and listen and learn, because TraderMayne, he gave a lot of knowledge, right? So I want to talk about that before I go forward. So he gave a lot of knowledge that just by listening to TraderMayne, who is a successful trader, you yourself can adapt these successful habits. All right. So yeah, let's talk about price action right now, like what we saw live on stream happen, right? Let's just review that real quick, and then maybe I could talk about you know, where we could look for some setups intraday and where I will look for some setups. So first of all, this is Coinbase order books, and we started the stream around here, and we were watching the Coinbase bidder, so the person that had like a pretty much like a 500 buy wall on the spot market. He was bidding around here, so he got filled here, and now we just broke structures to the upside, but we're not bullish yet. Maybe on lower time frame we got a nice bounce, but right now we have to close above 45k. So me as an intraday trader, I'm gonna wait until we get to 45k, and I'll possibly looking for a scalp short or something like that if it happens. But I don't think it will happen live on stream because you know, I want to keep it tight, keep this stream short because you know, this was a long stream, the longest one we had in a while. So yeah, intraday. Let's see if we could do a clean chart. But first, I want to talk about Ethereum. Let me talk about Ethereum first, and the order block to the downside on Ethereum. So like let's say we start forming a bearish structure and we start nuking. So first of all, on a 12-hour time frame, Ethereum is still technically bullish, right? Because we have 1-2 over here. So 12-hour time frame, Ethereum is looking bullish. So the first level that you're gonna want to be interested to long. Hold on, let me just put some music because like my music is gone right now. Hold on, just give me a second. Let me get a vibe going. All right, so oh shit. So yeah, hold on, just give me a second. All right, let me lower the music just a tad bit. All right, looks like we're good. We're good. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, my bad on the high music. All right, so Ethereum, right? We're first gonna look at the bigger picture, and then we're gonna go to lower time frames to see if we can have setups. Because honestly, I've been trading Ethereum more than Bitcoin these past couple of days because it's just been clean and like, you know, not too difficult to scalp. So yeah, so first we have this candle, right? So let's rewind. Let's take a rewind, right? We have bullish market structure, resistance right here around, what is that, 28.90, and then the first candle, boom, break. We just broke through resistance. You guys see that, right? Resistance. We formed. Need more upbeat music. Yo, my bad, bro, because this music right here is royalty free, so I could put this on YouTube with no problem. But yeah, so order block right below resistance, we broke through it, right? So that's the 12-hour market shift. And now we even retested it here, right? The retest here. So now we're here, right? So here's the key levels on Ethereum, because I'm going to be looking to play Ethereum as well, because I think there's going to be better scalp setups. So first, let's just mark a line at this high right here. I think I like this here better, like right here. Yeah, so that's good. Let's just shade that lighter, or do something like this. All right, so we're gonna do something like that. How is the music, by the way? Is the music too loud? It's perfect. All right, cool. That's what I like to hear. Good. All right, so Ethereum. So higher time frames, we still haven't broken the bullish market structure. Okay, so we're still bullish higher time frame, right? 12-hour and up. right? So the first area we're gonna want to see reactions is if it comes back down to this level, which is 2890, 2900. We want to see how the bulls are gonna react. But if you want to be sneaky, right? You want to be a sniper, you're gonna mark the 12-hour order block over here, and you're gonna mark this order block right here. So you're not gonna be longing the retest over here, which you could, but as a sniper, as a ninja, we're gonna be interested to long over here, okay, in this area, which is gonna be from 2600 to 28. We're gonna be looking to build positions there. So firstly, we're not gonna be, you could order it blindly, it's up to you, but me personally, I'm gonna watch price here. Maybe if I'm scalping, I'll take a position. All right, I'll take a scalp over here, right? But me, I'm gonna wait for it to come here from 27.30 to 27 or 28. So 27.30 to 28, you're gonna want to watch the order books, you're gonna want to watch price action, and you're gonna want to watch bulls step into the picture. Okay, so right below here, right? Because that's where it looks like we're heading, unless we start closing above 30.75, because we'll be back above the structure right here, and then we have to close above this level, right? So yeah, buying the dip, we're gonna be here. All right, so lower time frames, we got 15 minutes until the daily close, so maybe we could take a ape trade on Bitcoin. So yeah, that's Ethereum, and there you go on Ethereum. All right, so Bitcoin, let's see, I had a chart here. All right, so me right now, lower time frame Bitcoin, we have to break above 45.6 to break this structure, and then close above 48.8. So you kind of see this little order block here, and this order block right here is gonna be key for me, because we have a resistance level that we kind of retested this resistance lower time frame. Like you see the retest here, and now we have a 15-minute order block, and then we're gonna be looking to possibly take some scalp shorts, because invalidation is if we start breaking above. So like if Bitcoin's gonna do something like this, then we could start being bullish, and then we have to close above 45.6. All right, so we have plays all over on this chart, and I'm gonna be watching this. So what I'm gonna do, so I won't have to stare at the chart all day, is I'm just gonna set alerts 44.7 and see if they're gonna try to daily drive it open. And then I'm just gonna set a bunch of alerts, because I'm gonna be interested to make a scalp play on here. And yeah, if we take out these lows over here, I'm gonna be interested to play along in this area, right? Because we have tight invalidation levels, and we're just looking for small bounces intraday to make 1, 2, 3%, whatever. As far as the bigger picture and building positions and whatnot, I'm gonna refer back to this chart. I know it's white, and a lot of people don't like the white chart, but I'm gonna go to this chart right here. So yeah, this chart is white as shit, but yeah, let's see. Let's get my range high levels. Somebody said, please no racism here. Where was the racism? Somebody was racist? I don't get it. Was I racist? I don't know. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, you're a clown, bro. I'm dead. You funny. Yo, I'm dead, bro. Yeah, because honestly, I don't like racism at all. So like, if somebody's racist, I don't have no respect for that person, because we're all human at the end of the day. So there's no reason for people to be racist, bro. So like, everybody's equal. But yeah, like you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we still kind of have some bullish hopium right here. So let's take this candle right here. Bullish hopium right here. You guys see this candle that's holding this up, right? Bullish hopium. So 43.8 is our key level, you know? If we drive down below it, you see these clusters right here. These are areas that we can take intraday positions. We're interested for intraday positions here, right? So like if we start breaking below 43.8, based on this higher time frame chart, we can look for some, you know, easy long plays that can net us like a good move. But if we start closing below 42.8, like I said, then the next area that I'm going to be interested in is going to be near 40.5 and 40.3, and then 38.9, 39, like down here. So like down here you see this structure break, so 41.3. So all of these levels are going to be good intraday positions. So like you can open like a scalp and make some money, you know? But yeah, so ideally I don't want to see price break below 36k, because if it does, then I do believe if we start closing below 36, 37k, we will nuke back to these range lows, and hopefully not below here, but I would not rule it out. All right, so right now, higher time frame, I'm holding spot Bitcoin, because I do believe we can still go up. So it's not over yet. I think we can still go up, but I'm hedged slightly at 46.5 and 46.4. So I sold to hedge up here. All right. So yeah, these are higher time frame longs, and I'm going to be looking to long each one of these levels: 41.2, 40, and then of course 38. Somebody said, why don't you stream 24/7? Bro, I'll be busy. I'm not going to lie. Like I have many other stuff to do, but you know, the fact that, you know, thank you. You gave me an opportunity. The fact that Delta Exchange is sponsoring me, I can put more time and effort into streaming and giving you guys quality streams. Yeah, I'm smooth, bro. You like that? I can give you quality streams, like, cause you know, people could stream and they could give you their thoughts. You know, like, oh shit, Bitcoin's going up, Bitcoin's going down. But in my streams, if you come to my streams, I'm trying to give you as much alpha as you can get, you know, because I want you guys to be better traders at the end of the day. So I'm giving you alpha. I could literally stream and just take questions, answers, and talk about bullshit, but I try to give you guys high quality streams so you guys could improve. But anyways, let's just look at intraday and let's see what's happening. So like we kind of struggled here, right? We couldn't make a higher high, so we're still technically not out of the woodwork lower time frame. And let's see if we could throw some indicators on there. I like to use the whole suite on lower time frame, and I talked about the 20 EMA. So I do like to use 20 EMA sometimes, and this is just to give me lower time frame bias, right? So me, I will probably short if we get around this area, because I have this downtrend. If you know me, I like to play trend lines. I actually like base a lot of my trading on trend lines. And here's the rule on my trend lines. If there's reactions at my trend lines, then I like the trend line. You know, that's all there is to it. Like if I see reactions, then I do like the trend line. So yeah, you can see even, let me just move this stuff right here. Like even this lower time frame trend line we drew. So like we started it here, we kind of broke it, and you can see there's already reactions on the trend line, right? So we're still trying to keep the market structure up, and then we have this level right here. That could be resistance, 45. So that's going to be the next target. So I'm going to be interested to see what's going to happen when Bitcoin comes here, right? So I'm going to be waiting up here, and then we already talked about what was it? Was it a 15-minute order block? Yeah, the 15-minute order block here. So yeah, we have some scalping areas to get short with tight invalidation. All right. Could you please explain how to spot order book? Honestly, it's literally this right here. You see this pattern? This is an order block. So if I could draw it for you, let me see if I could draw some shit. I'm gonna draw it with this. All right, so you have this. I think you need a break now. Yeah, I do. So I'm probably going to get off after this. The daily's about to close. So yeah, this is one candle, right? You can see it right here, right? You have this candle. This candle right here, right? And then you have a tighter candle that is going to consolidate. So on lower time frames, it'll look something like this. Like whoop, whoop, whoop. And then you're going to have a candle that's just going to say FU to the downside, right? So you're going to have a candle that's going to go like whoop, FU. So that is a block of order. So naturally, what you're going to want to do is when price is coming back to test it, all right? You're going to want to see a reaction, and whether it's bullish or bearish, you can take plays both ways. So if it's like this, you can short it in validation above, or if it breaks straight through, you could wait for a dip and long it. There you go. Orderblocks 101. Use my ref link. Orderblocks 101. Use my ref link. There we go. That's a good way to segue. Orderblocks 101. Use my ref link. Orderblocks 101. Use my ref link. All right, so I think I will stay on stream for about 10 more minutes. So I'm gonna watch the first 5 minutes of the daily open, and then I'm gonna head out, guys. We talked about a lot of things on this stream, so look out for the video. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I will put the video up there with notes, so it could be easy for you guys to basically, you know, figure out what part of the video you want to see, so you won't watch the whole thing. All right, so that's my YouTube. Subscribe, and if you are in this stream right now, while you're here, go like my last video, because I'm not gonna lie, when I see 37 likes, I get disappointed. So like, can we get it to like 50 or something, so I could be happy a little bit? Cool, thanks, appreciate ya. What's my background in trading? It's the background of mostly every crypto person that joined. So if you look, December 2017, I joined crypto at that time. So just go back to the chart and look at what happened to 2017, and then yeah, that's my background right there. That's all you got to know. I got rugged, and I stuck around to learn and, you know, get better. Yeah, I got wrecked basically. Yep, I went from like 15K to 0 in a couple of days, bruh. If we close a daily above 44,570, can you count as a SFP? 44,570, 44,570. No, a swing failure pattern, you want to see a wick below. Like, example. This is a perfect example of swing failure pattern. I'm gonna just go through this real quick right here. Real quick. All right, even on the 5-minute time frame. So you see this low right here, right? Once we wicked below it, we closed above, right? That's a SFP. So we took out the low, trapped shorts, trapped whatever, took out stops, and then we closed back above. SFP right there, all right? SFP. And look, this one we really didn't SFP because the SFP was below here, 43.7. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna look at the 1-minute time frame and see if we could maybe short the daily open. So I think I will probably take a short. I don't know, maybe I could ape in something. Explain on daily open fade. This is like probably the easiest like trade in the whole world. You just have to you know, have your risk managed. All the daily open fade is like in the next 3 minutes, if we pump, all you gotta do is price short. That's the daily open fade. There's nothing to it. There's no skill, nothing. You just hit short and hope the price goes down. That's really it. I'm not even lying to you. So like, let's see if I could get a daily open short. I'll literally just do a 50x right now on Delta, 50x short. So the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna watch 44.6. I'm just gonna short market. Like if we do this, come back down, I'm gonna just market short. And then below here, I'm gonna look for a scalp long. I am, bro. I'm telling you right now. Look, Delta, you see the 50x leverage? We're gonna do 100% because this account only has 250. I didn't really reload it yet, but we're just gonna ape it for stream one time for the stream, 50x. I would do 100, but there's so many disadvantages with 100x, to be honest. I know it's looking for a group. LSV, somebody said LFG means looking for group. Damn, bruh. Yeah, there you go, right there. That's what LFG means. Funny, that's funny as shit, bruh. So we're gonna be watching. So the daily's about to close, and we're just gonna zoom into the 1-minute time frame so we can see price live. So like I said, here's my trigger. Like I'm gonna enter based on 2 positions right now. I'm just gonna ape just for the sake of stream. So if we go like this, I'm gonna short here, or if we come up like this, I'm gonna short at market. 50x, we're gonna do it to liquidation because I have to reload the account anyway. So like the money from this account is probably, I took like a trade the other day and some of the referral fees, so might as well ape it. What about fake out? I don't even think about the fake outs. The fake outs is like the SFPs. they're fake outs. Liquidated live on stream. Nah, y'all not gonna see me get liquidated. Y'all not gonna clip that. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna wrap the stream up. And the daily just opened. We're gonna wrap the stream up. So I'm gonna go to my vibe right here. This is my vibe. So anybody that has stuck around the stream, I appreciate you for hanging out. Appreciate. So yeah, we're on the 36-second time frame right now, and I have 2 triggers. If we go below here, I'm gonna market short 50x. If we go above here and then come back below, I'm just gonna market short 50x. And yeah, we'll just see how fast we can wreck that degen account. So if it happens within the next 5 minutes, we gonna do it. Yeah, bro, this stream was fire. Thanks to Mayne, like he added a lot of value to this stream. So yeah, we definitely appreciate Mayne. So yeah, let's see. We got 2 triggers. We got 2 triggers, and we're gonna see how. So it's not really much volume on the daily. I want to see like a fat candle. All right, so some sellers. So yeah, if you're gonna be interested to watch the stream, then I'm gonna put it on my YouTube. So look out for the YouTube video. I'm gonna have notes as well. Hopefully by tonight, because it was a long stream, so I have to rewatch the whole stream and add the notes. All right, so yeah, daily pump. Somebody asked what it is. It's basically shorting this move, so you're just gonna fade. So I'm gonna wait for them to take this high at least. All right, so they're coming close. Hopefully they take the high because I don't want to enter without it. All right, 30-second time frame, by the way. They're going, they're going. Come on, boys, you could do it. Even see the order block right here. Let's go, push. All right, so we got the first rejection right here. All right, it's not over yet. We want this high up here. Scalping 101. Patience, my young scalpers. All right, we already see people shorting because you can see shorts are opening, and they're opening early. All right, another short. Come on, push it. Yes, let's go, push. Let's see, let's wait 30 seconds. All right, I expect some people to come in short here. Let's see. This is live trading. This is literally how I scalp. All right, see the volume coming in. All right, volume coming in. We broke above that level. Now let's just wait 30 seconds. No need to rush into the short right now. All right, people selling. There we go, they're buying. So let's just wait. We still got time to get in the short. Now let's zoom out to the 1 minute time frame. All right, we took the high out. Back to the 30-second. Shorts entered. Let's see, let's just wait because we don't have to enter yet. We're just gonna enter probably on the first bearish candle because there's still some buy pressure coming. All right, so me as an ape, I'll just enter 50% at market. So I enter 50% here because I just want to ape it. 50%, my liquidation 45.2. All right, we got the first 50, and now we're just gonna enter with the rest at market, and that's it. We're ready to get liquidated at 45.2. Oh shit. Oh, we about to get liquidated. All right, no. We're safe. We're still safe. Yep, they got me, boys. It was good knowing ya. Live on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, they got him. All right, so what I could do that they got me is now I could cut. So I could cut 25%. So we're gonna cut some off. All right. So they got me. So we're gonna cut some 25% off. We're just gonna buy back and wait for re-entry. So we took a small loss. All right, we're gonna cut some more. All right, so we could not get liquidated. Actually, we're good. We just cutting. All right, we'll cut some more because we aped in too early. See, we didn't really wait. All right, so we're good. We took like a small loss. Now let's see. So now that we took the small loss, we're gonna wait up here now, because this is the level I really wanted to short. Was like right here. So 44.8. No, my liquidation is not 45.2 now, because now I could just add margin. And now it's, what is it? Hold on. So if we add the margin, then the lick is 47, you see? So yeah, we're just gonna remove the margin. And then we're gonna just get ready to get back in the trade. Right, once we see some 30 seconds. So yeah, let's see if they could pump it a little bit more. And then we'll just enter a little bit. So we took a small loss because we were aping too early. $11 mil bid. All right, let's see. Come on. So this is the DGen account. On my main account, I'm gonna be looking up here at above 45. So we got clips ready above 45. But yeah, this is bullish right now on the open. So we're just gonna wait up here. All right, I see some sellers coming. But all right, we got the first candle. 1 minute. All right, so since they did come in like that, we'll just sell some. We'll just add some right here. We just added just a little bit. So what we took off, we added just a little bit. And now we're just gonna see if we can get a pump towards 44.8. Yeah, nice. This is a nice wick right here for the bulls. They bought it back quick. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. But yeah, I'm just gonna watch. I added some, but I'm gonna watch for price to start coming back below, and then I'll add more. And if we get near 44.8, I'll add on this account. But if we start closing above 45, I'll just take the loss, and then I'll look on my other account. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys. As you can see, the daily fade did not work, but it usually does work. Yeah, don't follow my trades. You'll probably get wrecked. Especially if I'm aping like this. 500 to 5K. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that. So I'll probably do 1K to like just straight up 5K, 10K or whatever on 10x lev or something like that. But yeah, we're just going to wait and we'll see here. So I appreciate all you guys for joining the stream. And I hope to see you guys next time. And look forward to the video after stream. I'm going to be uploading it. All right. So peace. Thank you.